Well, a Russian-led military unit pulling out of Kazakhstan comes after a week-long deployment to try and stabilize the country amid a real wave of unrest, the worst unrest Kazakhstan has seen since becoming independent 3 decades ago. Dozens of people are dead, thousands are detained. But at the same time, Russia hardening its stance over the escalating Ukraine dispute, Vladimir Putin accusing NATO of threatening Russian territory, and fresh concerns a little bit closer to home after a top diplomat would not rule out the possibility of Russian troops being deployed to Cuba or Venezuela. News Nation's Michael Shore is breaking down these ongoing tensions.
A war of threats continuing between the United States and Russia, now bringing the discussion closer to our shores. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Rybakov saying Thursday that sending, quote, military infrastructure to Venezuela and Cuba is on the table.
Is this going to be a new Cuban Missile Crisis? I don't think so.
University of Florida Assistant Professor of History Seth Bernstein talking about a redux of the 1962 missile scare in the Caribbean.
It may just be that Putin sees this as an opportunity to gain attention and to extract concessions. And in that sense, I think that the mention of Venezuela or Cuba is a similar ploy.
At issue is the buildup of over 100,000 Russian troops at the border with Ukraine, a response, the Russians say, to NATO advancement in the region. Russia Thursday also responding to a threat of sanctions proposed by New Jersey Democratic Senator Robert Menendez aimed at President Vladimir Putin, warning they could sever ties with the U.S.
The Russian government has been phrasing its intervention in Ukraine as a defensive maneuver, so it's defending its interests. Venezuela and Cuba would clearly be offensive maneuvers. And I don't think the Russian population would have an appetite for that.
Recent talks between the two nations have yielded no resolution, and the 57-nation Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe met again today on the Ukraine issue with no success. Seth Bernstein emphasizing that Ukraine and not Latin America remains the vital focus.
I think the real danger is that things will escalate in Ukraine in a way that neither the United States nor Russia want. I don't think that either want an armed conflict.
Michael Shore, News Nation.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.